Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dig into a business model called YouTube automation. We'll be breaking down the playbook detailed in a pretty comprehensive webinar by the online entrepreneur Matt Parr.
So imagine this, making a full-time income from YouTube, but, and this is the key part, without ever having to show your face on camera. That is the core promise of this whole model. It's really less about becoming a big personality and way more about building an actual media company where the content itself is the star.
All right, so how is this supposed to actually work? We're going to break it all down into 5 key ideas from the playbook. We'll kick things off with that faceless promise, then we'll look at the old rules versus the new, uncover the growth system they use, see how AI is building the content, and finally we'll run the numbers on how it all gets monetized. Okay, first up, the playbook calls for a complete shift in how you think about YouTube. Instead of those personality-driven vlogs we all know, the focus is squarely on creating faceless channels. These aren't really for broad entertainment, they're designed to be super specific, targeting audiences who are looking for solutions to their problems. And the key takeaway here is really important. You are not building an influencer brand. You're building a media asset that can actually be scaled. See, the creator isn't the product. The content is. The entire model is designed like a business that can be systematized, outsourced, and for the most part, automated.
Now, this whole strategy is built on a pretty contrarian view of what success on YouTube even means. It basically argues that the old metrics we all chase, subscribers and viral views, they're completely missing the point.
And this is where the strategy pivots, and it pivots hard. The model argues that chasing millions and millions of views in these broad entertainment niches is just a vanity game. The real money, it claims, is in attracting a smaller, much more dedicated audience in an educational niche. An audience you can serve directly with really valuable products. So you might be asking, okay, if I'm not chasing viral hits, how in the world do I grow? Well, the system relies on a very specific content structure. It's one that's basically engineered to give the YouTube algorithm exactly what it wants. The core idea here is something called session time. Now listen, it's not just about how long someone watches your video. It's about whether your video encourages them to keep watching more videos on YouTube, period. According to the source, if your content sends people away from the platform, the algorithm will just bury you. Simple as that.
And this is that system in action. It's called the money video funnel. You create these shorter topical videos that kind of act like bait, drawing viewers in. Then, these videos funnel all that traffic to one massive hour-long ultimate guide. Because people watch that long guide, it massively boosts your session time, which signals to YouTube that your channel is valuable. So what happens? It promotes your shorter videos even more. It becomes this awesome self-reinforcing loop. Of course, creating all this content sounds like a ton of work, right? Well, to get around that and to remove the creator as a bottleneck, the model relies heavily on AI tools and freelancers. It basically creates a content assembly line. The whole goal here is to make content creation a predictable, kind of like a factory process. So instead of waiting for some original idea to strike, the system combines concepts from videos that are already proven to work. AI generates scripts by analyzing those top videos. Then AI voices and stock footage are used for the actual production. The result is a consistent assembly line for content that removes all that creative guesswork.
Okay, so all of this leads to the final, and you could say the most critical piece of the puzzle, a monetization strategy that claims to be far more lucrative than just traditional YouTube ads. This is where the automation becomes a real business. And here is the core financial argument. It's all centered on a metric called RPM, or revenue per 1,000 views. Now, while a typical channel might earn maybe $10 from ads for every 1,000 views, this model aims for an RPM of $200 or more. How? By selling a targeted digital product or an affiliate offer directly to that niche audience. The math they present is, well, it's straightforward and it's powerful. A channel doesn't need millions of views. With just 100,000 targeted views, converting a tiny fraction of them, we're talking less than half of 1% on a $500 product, can generate a full-time income. It's pretty wild.
So ultimately, the philosophy is simple. Use YouTube as a free, powerful source of traffic for your own independent business. Don't let YouTube use you. The goal is to build your own ecosystem, your own products, your own email list, so you're not completely dependent on the platform's ad revenue. And there you have it. That's the YouTube automation playbook in a nutshell. It is a fascinating blueprint for content entrepreneurship that really prioritizes systems over personality. But, it also leaves us with a big question. As AI gets better and better at creating content, is this the future of media online? Or are we just automating the creativity right out of the creator economy?